Hi everybody. It's been a while and sorry for the delay on all the grading on the ethics project, but I really want to thank you all. The participation was fantastic. The interaction between all of you within each of your groups was really great, and I really enjoyed reading your thought process, and that's really what I was grading on, is how you came to the answers that you came to, and the interaction you had with each other, and your participation, of course. As you know, that there's a lot of ethical questions. There aren't right or wrong answers. In these cases, sure, there's the right way to go and the wrong way to go. But you did well, and you solved those, and I was really happy to see, again, your interaction and your responses. And again, I appreciate you having the patience with me, because there was some confusion in how to post, and so everything's good, and we got everybody taken care of and graded, and so that is done. Hey, I wanted to mention the quiz from week 7. There were a couple of you who sent me notes and said, hey, I was marked wrong for this answer, and I took a look, and indeed it should have been correct. These questions are not my questions. They're actually from the textbook company, and those are fed in automatically into Blackboard, and for each chapter there's a pool of questions, and for each quiz those are taken randomly, and so you will get a set of 10 or 20 questions depending on the chapter, and but they're taken from that bigger pool. And as I looked at that, I would have been upset too. So I've gone through everybody, and everybody who had that particular question and had it marked wrong, I've now changed that to a correct answer, or at least giving you a point for that. So good work, and thank you for your response to me to let me to bring it to my attention. You probably saw my email about getting things done early, and if you have the chance, it would be great. I'd really like to take some of the stress off of finals week for those of you who will be having that, and if you can get it done, great. If not, it's only 10 points, but for some of you it'll be worthwhile. And I'm all for giving extra credit too. I haven't really thought about any projects, so if you have something in mind, let me know, and we'll see if it makes some sense, and we'll talk about it. I'm really not inclined to give extra credit to those of you who are looking for a bailout. But if you've been doing your assignments, you've been pretty good about participating and being part of the class, then we can chat. But I'd like your suggestions as well. Lastly, this week's assignment is to write a news release along with the regular weekly assignments. And the writing a news release, you'll need to look at the materials that are posted there. This is not in the textbook, but there's some examples, some pretty good instructions, I think, on how to go through it. I don't care which format you use, if it's using a single space on one page separated by a paragraph separated by a double space, or if you go double space for 2 pages. But formatting's important, how you do the top, the end of the page, the end of the story, and the slug, the contact information, and so on. What I really care about is that you do use the inverted pyramid, and that you get the who, what, when, but I also want it to be somewhat compelling. I want to be able to, if I'm reading that I want to keep reading it. So make it interesting, but not too goofy either. I pay attention to spelling, to grammar, to style. Style is something you can, if you have a question, look at the Associated Press style book. It'll tell you the proper word usage. My best advice is to keep it simple. But do, if you're writing a release, make sure it does go the full page if you're going single space, or a full 2 pages if you're double spacing. Again, if you look at the materials that have been included in this week's work, you should have no trouble with it. There are a couple more discussion groups before the end of the quarter, and you've got quizzes, and the final is not going to give you a whole lot of heartburn, but it is comprehensive over the whole quarter. And again, it'll be from a pool of questions, and we'll give you 3 shots at that instead of 2. I wish you the best. Good luck. As always, if you have questions or comments, send me an email, because I'll get back to you. Again, good job with everything. Thank you, and best wishes the rest of the quarter. Thanks. Bye.